Good morning. In this session, we will talk about the mapping of warehouse server. In the previous session, you discussed about the introduction to the Informatica. Here, what is an Informatica? What are the services of Informatica? What are the architecture of Informatica? You discussed those concepts. Now, mapping. What is exactly mapping? Mapping is a collection of source objects and target objects. The collection of source objects and target objects linked together by a set of transformation. With the help of different transformation, you are going to linking these objects. Here, for linking these objects, you are going to creating a mapping. This particular mapping related information, how can you do this particular mapping relation information? In this mapping information, you have a source table, transformation, as well as the target table related information is there. Here, particular source table comes to the our target here is a implementation of mapping of the warehouse server on the employee table. Here for doing that one, we have these steps. First, creating the folder. Next, that means by using repository. Next, source table. After by using in designer, and then the target table. And then coming to the step 4, here is a target table generation. That means connecting the target table Scott user. Finally, creating the mapping. After creating the mapping, you have to execute that mapping by using sessions as well as the workflows. Here, click on workflow manager, then you will execute this particular session, and then go to creating of workflows. That means you have to link these workflows. Finally, you will verify the result by using SQL plus editor, or you have a different ways are there for verifying this information. Next, go to the VMware workstation. This is the environment for the VMware workstation. In this environment, you will identify the repository manager, designer, workflow manager. These are all different workflow related information. These are different workflow related areas. What is a repository manager? Already discussed. The repository manager always maintains the, what it maintains here, metadata. Coming to the, that means click on meta repository manager, then you will store the metadata, data about data, not original data. It stores the data about data. Connect to the admin, username Scott, password Tiger. Yes, it will connect to the Scott user. Here, next, creation of folder for this program. The program, you will take the program one is a, let us take p1 or program one, anything. Yeah, I am taking the p1 as a first program for the mapping. Yeah, we will see here the p1, where it is p1. Yes, here is the p1. Here, in this way, you will creating the folder. In this particular folder, you will store the meta related data. Click on that one, p1. Yes, the folder created, the work of repository manager enough. That means no need to repository manager. Next, go to designer. In this designer, connect to the admin. In this designer, you will creating the mapping. Under the mapping, you have a source table, target table, as well as the transformation, as well as the links are there. Click on p1, double click on p1, then it goes to the source analyzer. In particular source analyzer, you have to creating the different source. That means you will retrieving the source table from the different sources. I am going to taking the source table from the, that means I'm going to creating the source for the Scott user. Already you have a different source or the created source, or you may create your own source. This is a way creating your own source. Add that one, and then I'm using the data connect Oracle. Here test the data source name. You have to give your own name. You will give any name. For example, I want to give a some name as a Uma, or if don't need, I'm going to creating the name as a Rama. Yes, Rame, Rama, the source name Rama. What is the server here? The Oracle is the server for this data. Test the connection. Yes, it will test the connection. The server name Oracle, and then Scott. password tiger, okay, yes, a connection established, okay, next, okay, and then okay, next, selecting the already just now created a Rama, yes, selecting the data source Rama, username Scott, and then pass the owner name itself is a Scott, password tiger, and then connect to the Scott user. In the Scott user you will have the different tables. Under the different tables I am selecting the employee table, emp table. Yes, this is an employee table. This table consists of 8 different fields. What are the field? Employee number, employee name, job, mgr, hire date, salary, commission, department number. The department number 10, 20, like that. You have a different fields existed in a employee table. Now you are going to creating the, yes, source table data ready. This is a source table data. We will go to creating the, go to warehouse designer for creating the target table. The target table, we will do target table in different way. One is a import from the database from, or you will create the, by using create option, or drag and drop from the source data. Now I am going to creating the target table, own target table. That means you enter the new name, give any name, for example any name. For example, m target, I am giving the name as a m target. The selecting database is a oracle, and then create, done. Yes, target table created. Change the name for the target table, or you may add some columns to the target table. How can you add? There is a add new column button is there. Click on add new column button. You will add some name. For example, I am adding the employee number, one column, another column employee name, employee name, another column. That means three. If you need 8 columns, you may add 8 columns. I don't need 8 columns, I am adding only 3 columns. For example, employee name, employee number, and then salary is the another column, sal. Yes, these three fields enough. Why? Because I want to mapping source, the mapping in the sense linking the source and target table. The linking of the source and target table. How can you link the source and target table? That means no need to, not necessary all information, all data, all fields existed in a target table. You will take some of the fields. Next, link this target table to the Scott user. Link this target table to the Scott user. How can you link that one? Go to tar, generate and execute. I'm going to linking this one. Yes, create table, generate and execute in a Scott user. Click on that one. Here better to selecting the source, data source Rama, already created Rama, username Scott, username Scott, and then password tiger, tiger. Yes, click on that one. Okay, already existed here. Then under that one there is a SQL statement it passed. That means created a table in a Scott user. Save this one. Yes, no changes. If you want to verify whether the table existed or not, yes, by using SQL plus editor, you will see the table connected this table to the Scott user or not. Connect this one, username Scott, password tiger, and then hosting. You may give the host string Oracle. Okay. Next, select star from M target, not a target. The tab M target. Yes, the target table already existed. You will see the target table. Select star from M target. Then you will identify the target table. Here you have a so many different tables available. The table here, the views and then tables also available. And bottom you will have the different tables. Here are some of the views are there, some of the tables are there. And here these are all different cluster related table in a database. This is a way you will creating the target table. First you created the target table, connect this target table to the this particular, what is the particular one? The Scott user. You connected, now you connected the Scott user. If you want to see the whether table is existed or not, select the star from that particular table name. You write the particular table name, then you will verify that one. Next thing here is a creation of mapping is a, yes. Does, for example, describe the M table? Yes, M table existed. The employee number, employee name, salary is there. Describe, the description is there. Yes. Next, go to the mapping. Yes, mapping designer for creation of mapping. Here, what is a mapping? Linking the source table and object table together. Linking, for it will ask the name. Drag and drop, first drag and drop the source name. First creating the mapping name, create that one. The mapping name here is a name convention. You will give any name. In particular mapping, you will having the source table and then target table and then transformation, different links. Drag and drop the source table. First drag and drop the source table. Yes, source table is there. You required some target table. Drag and drop the target table. You're not applying any transformation. That's why here in this mapping you will have the source table linked with the target table. In this case there is a source qualifier is there. The source qualifier linked with the source table. What is the source qualifier? The source qualifier is a one of the transformation. Here, by using this source qualifier, you will pass the data from the source table to the target table. Here, that is a main reason you will use the source qualifier. It is a one of the so qualifier. If you execute, you may execute this one. You may create the source qualifier table also. This is a source qualifier. Select all information from the source qualifier. Not I have the all information one by one. Employee number, employee number, employee name, employee name. That means the names, the name of the employee source table data and target table not same. Even though you will pass the data, validate this mapping. Save this mapping. Yes, it is a valid mapping. Under the window there is a slot is there for the window, the verifying the result. Under that one, valid mapping. Next, you have to execute this mapping. How can you execute this mapping? Click on workflow manager. Click on workflow manager, connect admin. Here in this work, what is the necessity of workflow manager? By using workflow manager, you will creating the different tasks as well as the workflows. After that, you will link the this particular task, this particular workflow with the session. Here, for executing any, that means go to the task developer, create the task. Here you have a three different tasks are there. One is a session, other one is a command, other one is a email. Here I'm going to creating the session. Why I'm going to creating the session? By using this session only, you will execute the mapping. That's why I'm creating the session. Yes, that session linked with the mapping. There is only one mapping is there. That means you will create the n number of mapping for the one session. Next, go to connection, relational, click on relational. Then here you are going to creating the different object connected to the source and target table. Here I'm going to creating the first object. The object name I am taking as a, you may take any object. The username Scott, password tiger, tiger. The name of the object I am taking as a p2 or p1. I take any name p1a, let us assume. First object, this object connected to the source table. The connect string is a oracle, oracle. Next, I'm going to creating the second object. What is the second object here? The second object in this case, the user p1 b is a second object. And then username Scott, password tiger, and then connect string oracle, and then okay. I created the two object. Link these two object to the source table as well as the target table. Click on session and then click on mapping. After that, click on source table. For this source table, you will link the object to the source table. Already created the table object p1a. Link p1a to the source table. Next, click on target table in the left side navigator. Click on yes, apply. Yes, you created that one, you linked that one connection, apply. Okay, next, click on session mapping, and then target. Under the target, you are going to click linking the object to the target table. What is the object? In this case, P1B. Link that P1B to session. Very important one. Target load type is a normal. Why? Because you applied the different condition on a table. That's why the target type is a normal. If you want to take the bulk data, yes, go to work workflow designer, and then create workflow. The workflow is a name convention. You will give the P1 underscore mapping. No need. Give any name, but it's not matched with the previous given name. Okay, workflow created. Next, link this workflow to the session. For linking this workflow to the session, drag and drop the session from the left to right side repository navigator. Drag and drop the this one. Yes. Next, link this workflow with session. How can you link this workflow with session? How can you link? That means very important task. Go to task, link task, link the workflow with the session. Link that one. Verifying the validation of this workflow. Valid workflow. Yes, it is a valid workflow. Under the result start page, you will identify that one, and then save the workflow. Validate workflow, save the workflow. Next, start workflow. If you start workflow, see here, cannot connect to the server. Next, you will connect to the server. Go to start, and then click on run. Then you will type the services.msc. That means you have to start the services. You have to start the Informatica services. Select the Informatica. Yes, I selected the Informatica. Start the Informatica service. Click on start the Informatica service. Yes. Now the Informatica service started. Next, that means execute this one. Go to workflow, start window, start workflow, then it started. Here in this case, see here, in this case, succeeded, the workflow succeeded, and then map succeeded. Then you will see the result here. Click on the workflow succeeded, the source result, the source rows 14, target rows 14. That means executing workflow succeeded and then map succeeded. Execute that one. If you want to see the result from the Informatica, preview the data, then you will see the target table result. Yes, scan, and then password tiger. Correct this one. Yes, you will have the result. That means the target table I created, another three rows, three fields existed. Another way, go to SQL Plus editor. From the SQL Plus editor, you will select star from M target P1 M target. Then you will see the result here. Here, this is a, that means why I'm taking the 0.000, because I took the employee number as a var character. That's why, that's a the numerical value I am taking as a var character. That's why this happened. Okay, thank you.